Hey, what's up? So, if y'all hear something in the background, it's my loud air conditioner, FYI. Okay, but let me get into this story time. Okay, so today I decided to take the kids to the park. I got my cousin and my daughter. I decided to take the kids to the park. We sitting up at the park, we chilling. We done came to the park with cold water. We done had popsicles. We got juices, chips in the car. We sitting there. We came prepared. We chilling. I let the kids play at the park for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours I let the kids play at the park. Now, I'm sitting there minding my business. I'm watching the kids. I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there letting them be kids. I ain't interfering with them being kids. You know what I'm saying? I seen Zaya push a little girl. I said, hey, keep your hands to yourself. You know, doing little parent stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too major. I'm just sitting there really vibing and chilling. I'm talking to my cousin. I'm telling her, yeah, it look like the kids having a good time. Because all the kids look like they was playing together. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like I heard a little crying or whatever, but I ignored it because at the end of the day, they kids. You know what I'm saying? So, 6 o'clock come, I get the kids in the car. I say, it's time for us to go. So, I asked the kids, I said, y'all had a good time? So I ain't like, yeah. My cousin like, no. I said, well, what's wrong? Some dude was being weird. And I said, being weird how? Now, mind you, my car ran dry, my foot on the brake. So he said, being weird. I said, being weird how? He like, he touching my private and my butt. Okay, the car go in park. Let's get out. Let's go. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking over here to where the parents is at. I said, you find the little boy. You let me know. I'm talking to the parents. Say, hey, y'all the parents of this little boy. They say, yeah, bada boom, bada bang. I say, I got my kid in the car, and, long story short, one of these kids ended up touching him in his private parts, and I want to nip it in the bud right now. So the girl like, who was it? I want to make sure it ain't my son. Who was it? So they find the little boy. Some other little girl, she said, yeah, it was the little boy. They pointing out the little boy. Now, this little boy shorter than my daughter. If y'all know my daughter, you know what I'm saying? You know how tall and big. The little boy is shorter and smaller than her. Thin, little boy. Little the mama, I looked at the mama. Now, the mama is not no young mama. I give her 40, 45. I give her maybe 47, 50. May look a little rough today. I don't know. But she wasn't no spring chicken. So she say, why you do it? I don't know. I said, this the little boy that was touching him? He too young to know about touching somebody like that. Who touching him? The mama say, look at that little boy. And you tell him, you sorry for making him feel uncomfortable and you ain't gonna do it again. I should whoop your ass. This is what the mama say. The lady sitting next to her like, I appreciate you coming. I don't know, rah stuff, this and that. I said, listen, it's a bigger picture. I don't want this boy to be in my presence and feel uncomfortable like I ain't gonna protect him. And then for 2 hours, this little boy feeling comfortable touching another little boy. That ain't no problem with y'all. Y'all sitting there drinking, rolling up, the dog barking. He a little boy. Somebody touching him. I got the kids in the car. I walked away. But in my mind, I said, my kid, this is why my kid don't go nowhere. Why my kid can't spend a night nowhere. She ain't going back to no park.